Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Storm Incite. Nice hybrid asymmetrical from Storm. Kind of in the mid-range, not super high performance like a Reality or a nuclear cell, but just below that, above the high roads and the idle pearls. So I threw this ball a little bit in league last week, and it's kind of an interesting reaction out of an asymmetric hybrid. Very round, very smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, this is kind of the benchmark asymmetric ball, if that makes any sense. When they really open up, this is gonna be a ball I go to, or when they're really tough and the back ends are all jacked up. Also, kind of where this ball fits, I think, that it just doesn't jerk down lane. That's a better one. Oh, hope we got that one on film. That one hit the pins pretty hard. Little messenger never hurt, right? So today I've got the most famous hybrid ball ever, the Storm High Road, that we're gonna compare. And I chose that because of the cover stock. This one comes a little bit more dull. This one's shiny, symmetric hybrid, asymmetric hybrid. And we'll see the difference here in a little bit. So that last shot looked really good. So I'm gonna stay in the same spot, playing a little straighter than I would at this house normally. A little left, and it's still, even though it's smooth, it's still enough. Still getting there. Like I said, house shot, you got missed from left, but still, I'm liking the very round motion of this ball. Kind of reminded me of the Omega Crux. Very similar overall motion, but kind of fits in the middle, if that makes sense. This is gonna fit above an IQ Tour, below an Omega Crux, below a nuclear cell. So I'm able to actually send it left earlier than I have been at this house. This pattern seems to really have some friction left for me. Allows me to move my feet right and open it up. But this is the kind of ball I could actually move my feet back left, square up on a house shot and have some miss room, maybe even shoot a score, you know? So this one comes at 3,000. Already got a little bit of lane shine on it. So now, because of weight holes not being allowed anymore, we have this whole new line of bowling balls like this Incite that kind of fit that symmetrical ball with a hole in it. It's kind of what this is supposed to be. That's better. Oh, that one didn't hook. So I'm actually gonna move my feet one board left off that, see if I can see some friction earlier, and then we'll go and compare it to the High Road and see what the difference is. I'm expecting a big difference. I haven't actually compared these two yet myself. Same layout on both balls, but I really feel like the High Road is gonna open up the lane a lot more, be a lot more angular down lane, a lot faster off the friction is the way to say that. So I'm gonna go one board left, looking at about 10, 11 at the arrows. Got it to the friction, much better. Just, that ball is just so smooth that you just have to, if you really want to open it, you have to get it to the friction early. Just what it is. So really nice mid-range, benchmark style asymmetric ball. This would be something I would pull out first and just see what the lanes are doing in practice. If this thing doesn't hook, then I know to go to something stronger. But it's so smooth that I even see it when they're real dry, seeing this ball working. So, which is pretty crazy. Not usually throw an asymmetric ball when they're really dry. Miss right. But that tells you that we're in the right part of the lane. Got my feet far enough left into the friction. Now when I miss right, it still sees some friction and hits the pins hard enough, I can strike on a miss right. So that is great. So we'll do one more with this guy, and then we're gonna go to the High Road and see what kind of difference we see in lane play and trajectory. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, all right, so 1710 with the Incite. I'm already thinking I'm gonna be about 5 boards right with the High Road. It just really sees down lane, the end of the pattern, way different than the Incite does. A little bit different numbers on the core numbers of these balls. The High Road is definitely higher RG. So it's meant for what I'm saying. It's meant to open up the lanes, meant to be that ball where you create some angle. So beautiful High Road, freshy, same layout as the Incite. Stand in the same spot and just see what happens. Oh, it actually rolled pretty good. Not bad. So I imagine though, if I missed left on that spot, that ball's gonna take off and probably get 6. So I'm gonna move my feet right and bounce it off that friction a little bit more because this ball will do that. So let's go 3 and 2. 3 with my feet, 2 with my eyes right off of that. All right, so that may be too far. A little shinier cover, fresh house shot. Probably wouldn't go to this ball until game 3 or so. That's telling me what I expected, and that is that this ball is much smoother, much straighter playing type of ball. Break down the lane, and then you go to this. So we're gonna go back 1. Missed it at the bottom. Oh, a little trip 3. Being left-handed is nice sometimes. But when you open up the lanes, you gotta rev it. You can't miss it at the bottom. That's better. And that's the spot. Yeah, that's what I was kind of expecting, is that miss left, or getting it left like that, the Incite's not gonna make it back. High Road's kind of been known for that for about 12 years now, so a little bit of expectations there. But just like golf clubs, each ball has their purpose, right? So we'll do one more here with the High Road, and then we'll go back to the Incite and see what happens if I stand in the same spot as the High Road. Yeah, a lot more visible change of direction down lane with the High Road. Threw it a little slower. I kind of gave that one the time to get back. And so that's pretty much what you should do when you move right, but that actually got there. You can still see the difference in motion though. Even if they both strike, much more round. The High Road really wants to get down, and as soon as it sees friction, visible change of direction right. So it's really, the lanes will tell you what to use either one of these bowling balls. You need to be straighter and control the back end. Incite's gonna be real good for that. Now I'm actually rolling it. I couldn't get my thumb out of the ball at first, so getting a couple more revs than I was before. So, hey, you can't open the lane with an Incite. So with differences in surface and then core, these two balls will complement each other really nicely, but their purpose is meant to be something different, I think, which makes sense. Got to have some variety in the lineup and in the arsenal. So I'm gonna go even just another 1-1 right. Got it to the friction. See, you just have to get it to the friction. That's what it is. On a house shot, ball's really gonna need to get there earlier than the High Road, because it doesn't want to change direction as fast. Pretty nice. I can see some high rev players really liking this for controlling the end of the pattern, but then straighter players, lower revs, are gonna really like this to be able to square up, on their favorite arrow, first arrow, second arrow, and go straight up. It's gonna give you that performance to get through the pins. All right, so that's pretty good. I missed right, got around it, and it actually hooked down lane. Really liking what I'm seeing out of this. Like I said, it's kind of a hybrid ASIM that fits in that benchmark part of the arsenal. Definitely could be one that tells you if you want an asymmetric ball on the lane or not, whether you need to go up or down in performance. So I really see this being a nice in-between, in the middle ball. Good job, Storm. That's pretty good. Really nice performance out of this benchmark ASIM right here, Storm Incite. Go check it out at bowlerdepot.com.